Joining us now is Valley head coach Gary Swenson. And coach, when we left you after the last game, the opening playoff game, I know there were some things you wanted to clean up there and work on. Didn't think it was your best effort. And so how's it gone in practice this week to address some of those things?
We've had a good week of practice. I think that I felt good going into last week's game. I think some of our issues were our opponent played a really good game, and we didn't respond to some key plays at different times during that game. And it just always felt like we were just kind of limping through trying to stay ahead, and it got pretty tight there at the end. But this week has been a good week of practice. I feel about as good as I could about going into tonight. So hopefully we'll play well. I know this team, it'll take our best effort and probably one of our better games of the year to get this done. But you would expect that at this level of the playoffs. You don't slide by when you get into the quarters or the semis.
Mm-hmm. And you played them before, but obviously both of you changed a lot. They kind of got on a roll there and been playing really well. You guys have been playing better here. And so what do you expect out of them here in this ball game?
Well, they have a good team. We hit a couple big plays in the first game and were able to withstand a couple of theirs. And I guess I would hope, we had a big penalty discrepancy. We just were sloppy in the first game when it came to some of the little things. I think we had 5 or 6 procedural penalties where we were moving at the snap. And, that was week 3. And here we are in week 11. Those type of things should be out of your system, but we'll see. I know we do a lot of pre-snap movement, and at times that can be problematic when the play clock is running down and you're trying to get set. So, and then I think we had 3 or 4 holding calls we had 3, and then we had 1 pass interference. So we really didn't help ourselves when it came to the penalty thing. We were fairly clean. We had 1 turnover early in that game where, our quarterback got stripped, I think in our first series, and they picked it up and ran it in. So amazingly, we survived all of that stuff and still were able to win, but I don't want to push that envelope again tonight.
Yeah, you mentioned play clocks and season clock winding here too. And I know sometimes, we say you don't want to think about that, but players, realize that. And especially in these games, that's sometimes where everybody's trying to make a play, and it can come down to who makes the one big play and who doesn't, can't it?
Well, it does. I always tell our kids, in the big games like this, your best players have to show up and make some big plays. You just do. And, hopefully ours will. I think that the ability to win the turnover margin in a game like this and the ability to win the possession time battle are the 2 key factors in any playoff game like this. The possession time will show you who could run the ball. And if you can't run the ball at this point in the season, it'll be tough to win. I don't care how many different pass concepts or RPOs you use. You got to be able to run the football. That tells you that the line of scrimmage is either you're winning it or it's a wash. And then you need some good running backs that can make somebody miss from time to time. And if you have those things, you have a pretty good chance.
On the injury front, is Zay going to play tonight, or?
I think you'll see him in pads. I think he'll try to go. He's not 100%, but we would take a reduced version of him anytime. He's pretty good. He's better when he's healthy, as everybody is. It's not a serious injury. It's just a nagging, lower leg thing that I think he'll be able to work through at some point. It's just the longer we go, the better his odds, but that doesn't matter tonight. He's trying to get back out there, and I hope he can.
Well, as always, we appreciate you throughout the season taking time out to talk with us and giving us your insight. And this is where you want to be when it comes down to the end of the season, a chance to move on and keep playing. And Well, good luck to you here tonight.
Thanks, Dar. Thanks for having me.